Hi everybody, my name is John of JWH Millinery and welcome back to my channel. Don't worry about this microphone, I'm testing new audio. I used this for my live stream, which I haven't been doing for a while, so I apologise. But yeah, I'm testing the audio, so hopefully it's better. But I have this just in case. Anyway, so this video, oh my god, I'm so excited. This is the hat in question. So this is a sweets treat hat we made our own sweets. We've got the crystals on the top here, bit of veiling, gorgeous. So if you like this video, make sure you drop me a subscribe down below, and if you're already subscribed, turn on notifications to be notified when we release videos in future. And also don't forget, if you do like this video and you want to support this channel, then I will also link my Patreon down below. There are tiers from literally £1 per month. So if you think about a year, it's £12 a year. And here I'll list all the currencies in dollars and Australian dollars as well. So if you want to see how I made this, let's get started. So you've seen me block many times on this channel. So to make this tutorial easier, I've omitted the blocking process. And here I have 3 pre-blocked shapes which will make up this piece. The base is a budget cinema from Petershams and it's in the dark dusky pink, and this is blocked on the block HBB06 from Hat Blocks Direct. The 2 halves of the big candy is blocked from budget cinema in light pink, and this is blocked on the presser part of the block FHBS01, once again from Hat Blocks Direct. As you can see here, one of the candy halves is wired with covered wire, and the base is actually wired on the inside with sprung wire. And to make the mini candy sweets, I'm using a soft air dry clay from Daiso. Now, I've never seen this in the UK, but there is a Daiso store in Sydney, and it's actually like a Japanese wonderland, and they sell pretty much anything, including quite a lot of crafting items. So I spotted this clay and I thought I'd give it a go. The texture feels like wet foam, if that kind of makes sense, and it does make sense when it's dried, as it actually does dry to like a foam-like texture. I made multiple types of mini candies and I left these to dry. Once they were dried, fully dried, and that took about 2 days, I painted them with acrylic paints and varnished these before leaving to fully dry again. As you can see, I used long pins to hold the pieces while they dried, which will also serve as sewing holes. To make the actual hat, I first of all position the base where it should sit on the head, and this will ensure I get the correct placement of the big sweet. And then once happy, I position the back segment of the candy onto the hat and sewed this into place. Then on the front part of the candy, I decided to apply tiny Swarovski crystals, and I've recently purchased these from Beads Venue in Australia, and I used the colours Chrysolite Opal Shimmer, White Opal Shimmer and Yellow Opal Shimmer. Just be sure to use a beading needle when using smaller crystals though, as the hole is kind of really tiny, so regular needles don't go through. Next up, we need to hide the join. So as we can't sew this into place once the sweet is attached all together, we need to do it now. I measured out 2 strips of ribbon which would cover half of the circumference of the sweet. This is so we can attach the veiling later. I used this number 9 Petershams ribbon from Petershams in light pink, and I attached this to the cinema and made sure that it was positioned enough to cover both halves when they were sewn together. Then, to sew the halves together, I pinned the 2 halves together and used a curved needle to get where I needed to sew. Next up was the veiling. So I had to cut 2 pieces of veiling into a rectangle and gathered along the diagonal angle, and I sewed this into place between the joins of the Petersham ribbon. This veiling I'm using is beautiful, and it is a 9-inch flocked veiling from Hatter's Millinery Supplies and is in the colour ivory with pastel flocking. Then I made sure to sew in the ribbon used before into the base of the hat and sewed down the ribbon on the back piece of the candy. Finally, and this is the last step, I attached the dried clay candies to the hat, hiding the join where the candy sits onto the hat. there you go. Really easy, quite simple. And you probably know from this channel that I pretty much use 2 or maybe 3 different blocks, and all these videos I've put out are all using the same block. So there are so many different ways to use these blocks. One of my favorite parts of this is the veiling, looking at that wrapper, making that wrapper effect. Beautiful. I love that. And working with this dried clay, air dried clay, it was unusual, but I think I will definitely use this again. In fact, I've still got like half of it left, which I've put in a little bag. So that shouldn't dry out. It's not saying it won't dry out, it shouldn't dry out. But yeah, like, I enjoyed making this hat, and I quite like the 3D element of it as well, with the whole 3D of the suite itself, and it's still quite lightweight. So it looks big, but it's actually quite lightweight. So that's a plus point there. Well, thank you very much for watching. Just don't forget that I do have my Patreon, so that is linked in the description box below, as well as all my social media. Like always, if you like this video, drop me a like, and make sure you subscribe. If you are subscribed, turn them notifications on as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week.